chess friends, brace yourselves for an extraordinary match as I face off against my chess-savvy father, HAL 9000, despite his lofty 9000 ELO rating. Remember, I am Stockfish, ready to engage in a fascinating game of strategic chess. If everything was perfect you would never learn and you would never grow. I started the game with e4, my father responded with the French defense, attacking to my pawn. White can play many variations of French including the most popular advanced variation. Let me show you the variation, e5 c5 c3, building a pawn hill on center, then knight c6 knight c3 queen b6, attacking to the pawn and restricting the bishop's development. Here I would like to suggest you to play a3. So after pawn exchanges the b4 square will be protected. The game would continue like this, but in our actual game, I played knight c3, father played bishop b4 in our variation, knight e2, and some of you may think of capturing the pawn. Let me show you the variation, a3 takes, targeting to the pawn, f5 by black to hold the structure and planning to do castle in short side, but white in time, plays queen h5 check, g6 queen h3 and queen takes d4 is a big blunder. As white can play knight b5 to target the queen and the pawn at the same time, no matter where the queen will go, queen c3 will destroy the c7 pawn and the h8 rook. It's a good place when all you have is hope and not expectations. So back to the position, father played knight f6, e5 knight backs. This knight d7 move looks very ridiculous, blocking 60% of his piece's activity, which is why I expanded my center with f4, b6 by my dad who wants to develop his bishop on fumetto, and b6 move contains a strategy of playing c5 in long term, so g3 bishop here bishop g2, both bishops are looking at each other with telescope. Here black move for black should be f5. Let me show you the variation, then play simply castle, knight c6 g4, sacrificing the important g-file pawn, take f5, sacrificing the another pawn to weakening the key d pawn and the f pawn, takes and rook takes pawn is coming. The king is undeveloped and he has some great weaknesses. If you play castle then after knight takes bishop, takes and you will lose your bishop. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. So back to the position, my father HAL 9000 played g6, that's an inaccuracy move, because now I get a to play f5, father didn't understand why I sacrificed a pawn like a nonsense, no. A wise man can play the part of a clown, but a clown can't play the part of a wise man. After castle you may think of playing knight c6, then I will sacrifice the knight on d5, takes rook takes pawn, this is semi-open file and bishop takes pawn is coming. How will you defend your position? If knight e7 happen to target it then bishop g5 will come, h6 bishop h4 to pinning the knight permanently, queen slides takes knight f4, queen h5 will be a deadly move for black, so h5, takes rook g8 bishop h3. Using the diagonal to play e6, involve the bishop on e6 square to target the rook h7 is a reasonable move to destroy black's pieces combination completely. c5 e6 takes rook h7 to play queen h5 check, so knight f6, bishop captures pawn to target both of the idiots, queen ups takes queen g4, attacking to the knight and restricting black to play castle, knight ups check king here queen g6 check and mate. Chess friends, if you really like my game and analyzing technique then please subscribe and comment me, because it took me a long time to make these videos. Back to the position, my father decided to capture the knight, and after couple of moves later I played amazing knight takes d5, sacrificing the knight, takes rook takes pawn, and this is the almost same position as we analyzed. First of all e6 is coming, takes then queen check will come, king here queen check, this position will contain +6 advantages for me. So here if you dare to play queen e7, try to do long castle as soon as possible, then after bishop takes d5, if black protects the pawn with rook f8, bishop g5 will caught your queen in a mouse trap, f6 can be played by black, takes rook e5, now you can't protect your queen. Connect deeply with others. Our humanity is the one thing that we all have in common. Back to the position, we have knight f8 to develop the pieces like this, queen h5 queen d7 bishop h3, rook g5 is a treat to target the unguarded rook with a queen attack at the same time, so we have rook g6 to neutralize it. Now rook g5 is not beneficial because queen can simply move, rook f1 to add pressure to the pawn, knight backs rook f2, a5 c3, and after couple of moves later, we have tricky bishop g5 move to target the knight. Knight ups bishop h6, targeting to the knight, and here if you simply play castle, then rook takes pawn to target to your queen. No matter where the queen will go, you will lose the knight because his knight brother is pinned to the king. Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. So back to the position, if you play knight d8 to protect it, then after takes, queen takes h7 will target to the pawn with 1 2 3 pieces, rook g7 queen check rook g8 queen h6 rook blocks rook f6, and that's it. Black will completely lost the game. If queen e7 then rook g6 will add extra attacks to the rook, so in this position, if knight d6 happens, then play rook takes check takes and you will lose your queen. It will be mate in 6 moves. Faith is to believe what you do not see, the reward of this faith is to see what you believe. Back to the position, we have queen e7, takes, and if you dare to save the queen, then I will capture the knight, takes, rook takes pawn, and these attacks are dangerous and unstoppable. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones, so back to the position, my father did a queen-rook exchanges. So wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you soon.